Good morning. Um, Thank you so much, Teacher Sam, for leading us and for taking us through our session. We want to welcome all of us to Nakuru Training Institute, the those that imported from Mongobit and the one that came from Batasha. Bingai? Oh, Gopada. Sawa. Somebody is looking for me on my start to talk. And when I was not. So, Karibuni Sana, this is Nakuru Training Institute. And for the next 2 days, today and tomorrow, we are getting a very important session. An important session where we do mentorship. And we have a word towards for things and why we need to do it. But I want to remind you that hii inaweza kaa nyuma yangu, si inakaa huku ifunika mlango ama hapo iko sawa? We want to remind you that this is one of the things that makes training at our institute unique, because we can be able to slow down and set aside time to do mentorship. Some of us, we grew up. The others that have been brought up, right? Growing up, nile tuna mea kama maiteka, right? Some of these things in our education journey was scarce. There's no time I can recall where I was taken into a mentorship program in the years that I was in school. Even in high school, career selection was for those that were top grade. They were wanaitwa kwa ofisi ya careers, then they are guided on what they can do. But here we're able to slow down and get us trained on various aspects. Mine is very simple. We want to just start and introduce our visitors that shall be sharing. But I want us to read from the scriptures, from the book of Proverbs, chapter number 22. Proverbs is a book of wisdom, and in it we see Jesus demonstrated as our wisdom. In every book of the Bible, there is an imagery. Remember imagery in high school? There is an imagery of how Jesus is represented. And in Proverbs, he is our wisdom. In the book of Proverbs, chapter number 22, we read the verse number 29. It's a verse that most of us possibly have known or have even recited as a memory verse when in Sunday school. And it talks about skills, and that is what is important. I read from the ISV version, and I'll also read from the Message Bible version. The ISV says that, do you see a man skilled in his work? He will work for kings, not unimportant people. Do you see a man skilled in his work? He will work for kings, not unimportant people. The Message Bible says that, observe people who are good at their work. Skilled workers are always in demand and admired. They do not take a back seat to anyone. And I want us to talk about what sets you apart. What sets you apart? We know that in the life of college students, there is what is called the training, there is the graduation, then there is the employability. The statistics in our country show that our Kenyan population is a youthful population. We also know that the population that is without jobs is growing steadily. We also are aware that we have many graduates that are leaving colleges and universities, and most of them are not able to be absorbed gainfully in the labor market. Even those that are employed, some of them are underemployed, or they are doing jobs that may not necessarily relate to what skills they were trained. And today I want to just talk about what are those skills that sets us apart, even from what we have read from the Bible. But do you see someone skilled in their work? What are skills? that sets us apart. I want to just use the skills acronym SKRLS to just explain that, and then I will introduce our brothers to continue. Number one, I want to remind you that you are here at Nakuru Training Institute because you are destined to solve problems. You are destined to solve problems. You are destined to shape industries. And you are destined to also influence nations. And your journey does not begin after graduation. Most of us think that our journey begins after graduation. It does not begin after graduation. It starts right now. It starts right now with the skills you acquire, with the competences you get, with the attitudes that you build in yourself. And you have to refine them starting today, being your first day of this term. And we know that God does not just anoint people. He also anoints and appoints the skilled. We know from the scriptures that even Jesus Christ, when he was choosing the disciples, most of them were career men. Each of them was having an occupation. You would hear of a fisherman, and prominent in that aspect. Even when Jesus died, some of them was going, let's go back fishing, because that was their trade. We had tax collectors, or people dealing with taxes. We had Dr. Luke, and such. And the Bible that we have read in Proverbs 22 has said that we serve before kings the moment we are skilled. So the first S for skills, I will tell you to study with purpose. Somebody say study with purpose. Say like you took breakfast. Study with purpose. Yeah. Don't just study to pass. Study to understand. We talk about the know-how, the know-why, and the know-what. You must study to understand. Information is everywhere. You can even Google and even use the AI. But what the employers look for is the insight. What are you doing with what you know? The insight. And Paul, when he was writing to Timothy, he said that study to show yourself approved. Okay? A workman who does not need to be ashamed. It will be embarrassing when you are ashamed in a skill that you purport to have. Right? You have been trained to be a good chef, and then when you are given a task to prepare a meal, then it does not demonstrate any confidence. So Paul was telling you, study to show yourself approved, and you not need to be ashamed. Take your notes seriously when you come to school. Read, but study with purpose. So in the interest of time, let's go to K. And K, I'm calling it keep growing. Keep growing. The best professionals are lifelong learners. Our BOG chair is called Dr. Kamonjo. She always tells us that education is from womb to tomb. So there is lifelong learning. And nowadays, even the Wazungus have added life-wide learning, so that there is the scope. We have been talking about lifelong for long. So now there is life-wide. The depth of your knowledge in that area. Not just how much you know, but also the depth of each of those. It's important. Attend to extra trainings. In this school, you will have internet, you will have Wi-Fi, you will have free courses that are available that you can be able to enroll yourself. This one is self-paced. You can be here, and by the time we are leaving here after 5 years or most of you don't even take 3 years. Some may live here with more than one certificate, and others will just live with one. The choice is yours. Keep growing. Be the one who knows something extra that others don't. Because when you go to interview and there is a tab, that which you know that is extra, you'll break the tie. When you go to the job market and you want to do a business, because you know something extra. That is what will make you more employable. For example, those of us that will be doing electrical courses, maybe you're doing electrical wiring, and you see there is a course on solar, but where you only came for electrical, you don't want a lot of trouble with solar, you ignore it. Then when you go for employment, somebody who has a skill on electrical and solar would be more employable, would be more engaged by the industry than somebody who just have one of them. So make sure that learning is not an event for you. Let it become a lifestyle when you are in a school like ours. I talk about initiative and innovation. Don't wait to be told. Take your own initiative. Gone are the days where people are told what to do things. You'll discover that most people, even when they apply for jobs, they write in their CVs that they can work at a minimum position. It's a good statement. It's a cachet click, but is it actual? So you have to be able to look around and see what needs to be done. Innovation starts with curiosity and courage. Always ask yourself, how can we do this thing better? When you are in food and beverage and you have learned how to boil chapatis, no, innovations calls for somebody to just develop one product and call it smocha. You have had smocha. It may not be in the curriculum, but it is slapping off the industry. Somebody can boil an egg, but somebody else would add kachumbari and something else. You can make cashew kati na ukatia mtu ya uchonge, but somebody else presses it and makes juice and adds that thing you see in the bush here, aloe vera, right? And now sells it at 100 shillings per glass. Innovation, okay? Innovation. It's initiative. Well, you want to get that in a curriculum, but you have to kufunzwa just a year. Kufunzwa tu blending. Then blending again, papai. The smoothie. It is smoothie. Right? So, are you innovative or you just stick to what was taught there? In fact, you need to realize that the industry always moves towards and faster than curriculums. The curriculum always lags behind in most of the cases. So that is it. And a case in point is the phones that you have. There is no curriculum that teaches people how to use smartphones, but people are there. Smartphones come, then now a college to repair phones starts. You see how technology moves ahead of curriculum, right? So the initiative and innovation must be part of you. The job market favors solvers. The job market, it favors solvers, those that are problem solving, not sitters, just sitting there, right? So that is I. Then L, lead yourself first. Lead yourself first. Discipline is self-leadership. Discipline is self-leadership. Wake yourself up. You don't have to come from home. Travel. Travel maybe 7 kilometers to come to this place. And I come to wake up a grown-up who came to school to study, but he has not woken up or he has not even gotten ready for school to go to class. And that's the reason why that is the main reason why. But you want somebody else to do that for you. Lead yourself. Push your own limits. Be the kind of person your future employer dreams of hiring. Be the kind of person your future employer dreams of hiring. Nasikiaga msee anasema huyu anajua kujituma. Ukikuwa na mtu kama huyo, you know there are people who even engage people in the society. Say, hey, that guy anajitumaga. This person I can give a job. because he does it well. He doesn't need to be pushed. He leads himself first. But when you expect that you are being managed, there is a thin line between micromanaging and coaching, right? To me, coaching carries the day. Okay, somebody may think it's micromanaging, but there is that coaching where you work with somebody. But besides coaching, there is the aspect of somebody to be self-driven, to lead yourself. Excellence is not an act, it is a habit. It's something that you have done in perpetuity. It's something that you have done consistently until it becomes a habit. Our motto in school is for knowledge and excellence. And you get knowledge and you practice excellence. Zungu said practice makes perfect. If you come to school and you're always late, then you perfect in lateness. Alright? Perfect in lateness. If you are late to come to school, I don't know whether it will be very easy for you to change when you get a job to be punctual, because you have perfected in lateness. Even when you are to write a recommendation letter for you, what will we do right? Maybe you could write that Steve was a good student in electrical, but he was frequently late, but we just hope he will change, and we give you that recommendation letter. It will not help you. Somebody will say, this guy has perfected the art of lateness. It will not work. Life is, there is a true saying that says that this world, I don't know what that means, Karanga, but this world requires a hot rat. Direct translation, but it means that it needs those chap guys, right? Somebody who sees the opportunity and runs with it, okay? Runs with it. You will not see it in Google. If you try to Google hot rats, it will give you a different thing.